Hooey! With a cherry on top, boys. Holy cow. That floor is gone. Take a look at the interior. She is rough. It's got a full back seat. Look at that. Shows 53,020 miles on the odometer, but I'm betting that's rolled over. It looks like a small block Chevy. I saw a leak in coolant. Oh man, up to full. Look at that. You don't see that ever. Oil on the oiler, up to full. That's nice. There's fluid in there. No mouse house in there. That's good. All the linkages seem to work. Tranny fluid on the stick, but I don't know where it's supposed to be. In case you gotta shave your legs, I guess. Nothing in the storage area. This did come with a fifth wheel hitch, which is kind of cool. That's worth probably $100 or something. I don't want garbage anywhere out here ever at all. So, pick this all up. Automatic. I guess this was a manual and then they swapped it to an automatic. So if you got hot, cold AC, old radio. I think they probably cleaned everything out of this truck when they realized that you could lose a small child through the floorboards of the driver's seat. I think everybody loves these windows. They don't open. These ones go down. This Milwaukee inflator here. It's nice they put that on the inside of the rim so it's nearly impossible to get to. That's exciting. Oh, let's set it at about 90 psi. 95 for good measure. That tire's only off in the back. I'm gonna see if I can get it to remount with that. I'm gonna be pushing like this. Hopefully that seals this off. Pull the plugs and rotate the engine. Let's rotate the engine first, and if we need to take plugs out, we will. Look at that. These are all very good signs. Spray up all the linkages. And also fog this. Oh, yeah, I think I got it to go. Hopefully it didn't break. looking around for a return, and I'm wondering if this is the return to tank. What's we got for battery terminals here? Coolant jug is still full, held in here by a bungee. A negative terminal and a positive. Boy. Bought this cheap at an auction for 400 bucks as inoperable. I don't know if you can see the customary drywall screw in there to tighten the battery terminals up. I don't know if an average drywall screw will fix that. Probably need a lag or something. Not much left of that battery box either. Tap test. Nothing crazy. Goes nothing. Signs of life. I feel like it's a connection issue. Here, I just pulled this out of the negative side. Sometimes that corrosion will keep this stuff from starting. You gotta get rid of that. All cleaned up, put back together. Wow, look at that. We got crankage. And we were building oil pressure. I mean, that's pretty much a running truck. Minus the running. Also don't have any fuel coming out of here. Probably set up some temporary fuel, I guess. I'd like it to be cranking a little bit faster than that. This battery could be dead. I'm not getting any fuel, but that's not the end of the world because I'll just plumb temporary fuel into here. It's hard to hear with the wind blowing, but you can usually hear these things filling up. Let's see what happens. The other thing we got to worry about or think about is spark. There's no guarantees we have that. Let's give it one more crank. Okay, there we go. That's good. Looks like we have spark there. That leads me to believe it's a fueling issue. I'd much rather solve a fueling issue than a spark issue. Let's check this filter. I also really feel like there's supposed to be fuel coming back out of here, and I don't see that. I'm not saying that indefinitely. I've been wrong before. I don't know a ton about these, actually. There's an inline filter right here that will get clogged sometimes. Punch running back out of it. Looks clean to me. I don't have any issue with that. Now we got fuel leaking in there. Unfortunately, it's leaking, but it might start. Let's try it. Well, it runs. Dude, oh my gosh, now I really want to get it running. Ah, see there. Now we got fuel coming out of the return. Look at that. Shouldn't be going, but let's just try to get it running. How about that, boys? Oh. Okay, the truck tried to move on me, and that's definitely not good. Before we go any farther, I'm gonna try to get a little bit more permanent fuel set up here. I just don't want it to drive off the front of the trailer, but I mean, what's the worst that could happen, I guess? It wants to move. Maybe we should get it off the trailer. I think it'll run long enough with that fuel. I mean, how bad could it be? I pushed this thing up here by the bumper. Didn't even make a dent or a scratch. Do that to a 2010 model car. See what happens to the front end. I think I have. Pretty sure I have a fuel pump for the truck. Looks like the right one. I'm gonna verify that that pump is actually bad. Man, you can smell the gas coming off of there. Woo! That is old gas, boys. I just ran this line directly to the inlet on the pump, and now when I crank the engine, it should shoot out of here. Yep, fuel pump's good. We'll just reconnect these with a small piece of hose. And a super tall tree over there just snapped off and fell. And here I am working under this crap. In the spring, I'm taking a bunch of these trees down. That would fall in the shop and it would not hurt the shop, but I don't want trees falling. I don't like that. Golly, the fuel in that tank is coming up through that open line and man, it is rancid. Save this for another day. I'm gonna wait till I see fuel coming out of here to verify that that's the return line. Something weird going on with this linkage, because if you have to start it here, but it immediately goes into like reverse. Let's get too excited here. I think there's two things. I think the transmission's low on fluid, and I think the brakes are pretty set up from sitting. And one of those things I can fix. I know you're supposed to check this while it's running, blah, blah, blah. There's more on the stick. I don't know if it's right, but it's different. Oh, baby. Oh man, you know, nothing a small engine fire won't correct. Geez, we used a lot of gas coming up here. So much fun! Girl just cut off. Oh, cool. I'm glad that didn't cause a fire. It's a good idea to have your batteries held down. And there you have it. Old 350, Old Faithful, just a runner. Comes free with one small coolant leak. This was just a fun video to do, and I'll never complain about having a 350 engine and a 400 transmission sitting around. No clue what the future for this thing holds.